Are you tired of your business blending into the background in a world flooded with options? Today, I want to share with you how you can craft an offer that not only attracts but magnetizes your ideal audience and grows your business. If you run a business, growth likely tops your priority list, but in a noisy world filled with endless options vying for your potential customers' time and money, simply putting your product out there isn't enough anymore. You need a compelling offer that draws your ideal audience in and makes them excited to buy what you're selling. So, how do you create an offer that acts like a magnet for your perfect customers? I've identified 3 core marketing strategies that work time and again. Begin with clearly articulating your value proposition. The first step is getting crystal clear on what your product actually does for your customer. Yes, you technically know what your business offers, but does your messaging clearly convey the immense value provided? To stand out, you need to zone in on the core benefit that makes your offer worth buying. There are 2 lenses that help tremendously in identifying where your product value lies: the painkiller versus vitamin test and the +4 principle. When thinking about your product, you first need to determine whether it's fundamentally a painkiller or a vitamin. What's the difference? Painkillers solve an urgent problem or relieve acute pain points. Vitamins simply make something better. While vitamins sound nice, painkillers elicit much stronger emotional reactions in prospective buyers. Why? Well, humans are fundamentally loss averse. We'll work much harder to avoid losing something than to make incremental gains. For example, if you sell skincare products, is your primary value proposition centered around achieving more radiant, flawless looking skin? Or are you targeting serious skin conditions like acne and aging? Though the former sounds nice, the latter is likely 3 times more compelling. Clear is a great example of a skincare painkiller. While there are endless nice-to-have vitamins out there promising glowing skin, Clear laser focuses on being the solution for chronic acne, an immense emotional and physical pain point. So look closely at your business. Is your product or service fundamentally treating an acute pain point, or is it more of an incremental nice-to-have? Ideally, you want to be addressing a substantial pain felt by your potential customers. If not, it's worth reevaluating if your offering is truly compelling enough to prompt switching behavior. And if you do only provide vitamins, all hope isn't lost. The key is understanding you'll need to dramatically outperform competitors with the other 2 marketing frameworks. The other lens to identify where your product value lies is the +4 principle. Once you've determined your target customer pain points, the next step is evaluating whether your solution outperforms the status quo in a meaningful way. Most people already have some solution or workaround in place for the problem your product seeks to solve. Even if it's DIY or incredibly manual, they found some band-aid to cover up the pain. So if you introduce a new product that only incrementally improves their makeshift solution, it likely won't prompt a switch. Humans are creatures of habit. We prefer to stick with the status quo unless given an immense reason not to. Research has found customers need to believe a new solution is at least 1 standard deviation better before adopting. That translates to about a 40% performance boost on a 1 to 10 scale. We simplified this concept to the +4 principle. Your offer has to be +4 better than the next best alternative to prompt a swap. For example, if the local bakery makes muffins that customers rate a 5 out of 10, your new bakery needs to be a 9 out of 10 to attract buyers away. If taxis score a 2 out of 10 on customer satisfaction, Uber needs at least a 6 out of 10 rating to gain share. But the good news is, while surpassing competitors across every single metric at once is near impossible, you only need to be massively better on the 1 metric existing solutions fail on most. In other words, identify the number 1 place where competitors are failing customers right now. Then develop a solution that completely crushes them on that 1 dimension. For Uber, they attack the immense wait times and horrible reliability of taxi services. For a bakery, it may be exceptionally fresher bread or higher quality ingredients. When framed this way, differentiation gets much easier. You just need 1 compelling hook aligned to a painful customer need that offers an order of magnitude improvement. Do this successfully, and you have a magnetic value proposition on your hands. Next, let's shift gears to the next core marketing strategy: identifying exactly who benefits most from what you offer. Many business owners falsely believe they need to appeal to everyone to find success. This simply isn't true. Attempting to attract any customer is ineffective at best and actively destructive at worst. Instead, the brands that win big start by zoning in on 1 core customer archetype that's an especially strong match. These hyper-targeted businesses make inroads with the niche audience first before expanding outward. So who should you pick as your ideal customer? Start by asking yourself these questions. The answers will inform what your avatar looks like. What audience already resonates most with what I'm offering? Analyze any existing customer data and look for trends and commonalities. Or do you see clusters emerge based on location or geography, job type or industry, gender, age, and values and beliefs? The strongest signals will jump out right away if you already have traction. For example, an e-commerce site may find 70% of customers are female millennials. Use these insights to double down on the highest potential segments. Before finalizing your product, you likely have hypotheses on the customers that need your offer most. The key is segmenting these guesses as narrowly as possible. Instead of middle-aged women, you target suburban moms in the Midwest. The more precise your persona, the better. Lastly, consider your intrinsic interests. Creating content and products for audiences you genuinely care about and understand create the highest chance of breaking through the noise. If you don't have existing data to pull from, go with the targets that feel most exciting to serve. Combining all three approaches, you want your ideal customer profile to have the following three traits. They have a burning problem perfectly aligned with your solution, they are an easily identifiable demographic you can reach, and they resonate with your personal passions and talents. With your ideal customer profile fleshed out, you can now craft marketing campaigns, offerings, and messages tailored specifically to them. The added focus pays dividends across everything you do as a business built around this identity. Now for the last piece of the framework, messaging. You know who you're serving, you know the unique value you provide. Now is the time to wrap it all together into an irresistible offer. We call this your +4 offer because remember, to stand out, you must be at least 40% better than the next best choice customers have today. Pull together everything you've learned to create a compelling offer specifically tailored to your ideal customers that hits the sweet spot on solving their greatest pain points. Make sure your marketing explicitly speaks to their critical emotional driver and delivers an order of magnitude +4 improvement over current options. Emphasize where your product most dramatically surpasses alternatives on the dimension that matters most to customers. If you cure symptoms in 5 days that normally take 2 weeks to dissipate, for example, lead with that. It's also important to use the vocabulary and messaging that most closely aligns with your ideal buyer's worldview. This might mean highlighting all natural ingredients, or how your service saves them time, or your company's status as minority owned. Do this successfully and customers will practically sell themselves because you so precisely speak their language. It's also vital to address counter arguments and barriers head on. If your offer is more expensive, justify the long-term value. If adoption requires changing behavior, share how seamless the transition can be. Spend time brainstorming every reason someone may hesitate to buy in and develop empathetic answers for each. Entrepreneurs and small businesses that put the hard work to truly understand their ideal customers reap game-changing dividends. With clarity on the problem being solved, the target audience most eager for a solution, and a compelling value proposition beating the status quo, the market tilts in your favor. Adding just one loyal customer today can have cascading effects for years to come, and that just scratches the surface of what you can achieve once your offer magnetically pulls in advocates as you grow. I hope this framework serves you well as you continue pursuing your vision. Implement them in your business and see the results for yourself. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Bye.